Thoughts on men and women and a desperate woman from my WhatsApp status the other day. I submit that women are not desperate. Rather, we know what we are here for. If you are one of the most valuable Stradivarius violins in existence and there's nobody to play you, how is the world going to hear your sound? If you were somehow gifted with self-consciousness and you were aware of what you were, wouldn't you be anxious to find somebody who would play you so that you could get the beautiful sounds you know you can produce to come out of you? I think that's the dilemma of a lot of women. I've always felt that there was a certain degree of resonance that would only be possible for me in the capable hands of a master musician. That is, a king of a man. If I am talented, if I am skilled, if I am perceptive, if I am wise, if I'm loving, if I'm firm, all that I am as a woman, it's silent in a way if the right kind of a man isn't engaging with all that I am. You can't become a violinist by picking up the violin today and then not again until 2 weeks later, and then you know how men want to operate nowadays, ghosting you and coming in and out of your life and so on. You have to be committed. This is the way to get the best out of the instrument and out of yourself as a musician. But it doesn't seem that society is effectively getting males to understand that's what is required. And they shame us females and say, oh, why are you so desperate? Don't look for it, it will come to you. And you sit there and you wait and nobody's coming to you, and the silence, the dead air is just ringing out, and you know you should be resonating with some sort of vibrations, and you're just enveloped in silence. And the day you decide to get up and walk to look for a musician to play you, of course you happen upon people who have no idea what they are doing. Because you're a music instrument. You're not meant to go looking for musicians. The musician is supposed to come to you, but they're not being trained. They don't know anything about how to handle you as an instrument. They don't understand the value of commitment. They don't have a vision for the kind of dexterity and expertise that can come to pass by that commitment. They say, oh, you're too desperate. Just sit down quiet and collect dust and wait for God to bring him to you. Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And it is not God's job to train males to understand these things. It is society's, it is the parents, the teachers, the politicians, the policymakers, the community leaders, the NGO leaders. These are the people who are supposed to be letting males know, you have a bunch of instruments around here and you don't know how to play them. And that sucks for them and for you and for the world. What would I say to the instruments who have been bewitched to leave their cases looking for master musicians? I have done that. It doesn't work. Yes, silence is abhorrent to a musical instrument which knows, which senses it should be producing beautiful sounds. But idiots cannot play you any better than silence will. And I hope that we can find strategic ways to get ourselves loaded into the right shelves where master musicians might find us. That is the only thing. We need to be more strategic about where we go looking for grand musicians, and also very clear on how to tell if he knows how to handle Stradivarius violins. Because you can't tell that just because he has two hands that he will know how to play you, right? Can't tell that. So you have to figure out who really knows, who really has technique. Listen to the words they say. Find yourself in a position where you can observe them long enough to realize this is a musician. This is a master musician. That's all I can say, but I am not going to join with anybody to tell any female who knows that she would be best served in communion with a master musician. I'm not going to be telling, oh, be content by yourself. It's better to be by yourself. No, it's not better for Stradivarius violin to be silent until it is destroyed by time, which is what happens to all of us when we die. It's not better. It's not better. So stop telling women that. It's not better. But it's certainly not better to be misused. Even though we may feel, oh, at least I'm getting sound, but that's not good either. That's not healthy either. If he's taking your Stradivarius violin body and treating it like a guitar or treating it like a pot to cook in, that's not better either. So we need to be strategic. We need to figure out how to determine and distinguish the maestros out there. And that's it. That's all I could think of. I feel a song coming about that. They don't want us to be celibate, or they want us to be celibate. And if we don't want to be, they call us desperate. Something is coming out of that. Stay tuned.